Now let's try to get the not so happy end. 16 days, so I did it in 6 less days. I don't think I could skip though. Nope. The impact's like second verse, same as the first. Yada yada yada. Worried my analog stick's kind of going on my Pro controller. I really love the music in this game. Hello. I don't think I ever realized he throws them by, like, their chin. Terrible. There's a Pikmin in me. Get him out of me. Go, man, go. I forgot how long the first one was, even though I just did it. Ice log suckers. Alright. Day 2. I like how we're getting messages that we shouldn't. It said the fierce battle one, but we didn't battle anything. Day 3. I wonder if I shall ever be able to escape from this world. How much suffering must I endure before I can finally see my family back home again? Still, when my heart grows too heavy, I take comfort in my efforts. I will get home, or I will expire trying. I don't think we saw that one. Could be wrong. It's been 3 days. Because I was getting a lot that were based on what I was doing that day. Day 4. The creatures of the planet breathe a deadly poisonous gas, oxygen. At present, my spacesuit can filter the oxygen out, but if the batteries for my life support system should fail, I shudder to think about it. I don't think I got that one either. I do remember one talking about the oxygen. It's gonna be the first time I beat it without losing a Pikmin. 5 days since impact. No matter how many of their compatriots fall in battle, the Pikmin fight on. Would this have been a peaceful planet had I never come? No, surely the Pikmin lived like this before my arrival. They must have. In any case, I must not waver. If I hope to return home, my task now is to do whatever I can to recover all of the dolphin's missing parts. The impact site. I wonder if these Pikmin were waiting for me to arrive. No, not necessarily me, but an alien being like me who could fight alongside them. On this planet, they are a weak species, but maybe they see that they can use the power of an alien brain to climb to the top of the natural order. Such ideas make me wonder if it isn't I who is being used by them. Day 7. It's been 7 days since I crashed on this planet. My reflection in the mirror is looking a little gaunt. And to think my wife warned me not to gain too much weight on this vacation. Ha! The thought makes me cordial. She would surely be surprised to see me now. It feels as if it has been many years since I saw her last. You're not going home. I'm sorry, Elamar. Not going home this time around. Eight days since impact. This is an ever-surprising ecosystem. What has caused this planet's vegetation to grow to such gigantic proportions. In comparison to the Pikmin and the other creatures of this planet, the scale of this life here seems inexplicable. Perhaps long ago, creatures of incomprehensible size walked the surface of this planet. Just imagine. Nine days since impact. Occasionally, when I look behind me, I make some very amusing discoveries. The Pikmin all seem to follow me in the same fashion, but there are always individual specimens that end up performing the wrong actions. I suppose if there are agile, capable Pikmin, there must also be clumsy, dim Pikmin as well. That is the natural way of things. 10 days since impact. It is very strange. The scenery of this planet, which I once found hostile, now sometimes strikes me as surprising scenery. Perhaps the Pikmin have opened my heart to the beauty of this world. I have started thinking there were some parts I do not need. A daydream. Okay, I do remember that one, so that must be the day 10 one. Okay, we're 1/3 of the way there. Seven days since impact, my people were born out of the sea of stars to come down to Hokultate, and when we complete our lives, we return to the great ocean of stars. But since these Pikmin come from the depths of the soil, surely to the soil they shall return. How very poetic. While it is all alien to me, the basic premise is universally beautiful. "12 days since impact. At times, these seemingly emotionless Pikmin act with a blind urgency. For instance, the Pikmin who so tirelessly dig up grass. What could be driving them to do so? Is it merely the promise of a sweet taste of nectar? Or is it some base instinct that is beyond my capacity to understand? Will I ever know?" "13 days since impact. At first glance, the Pikmin have such innocent faces, but this is misleading. They can actually be surprisingly whimsical. After leaving the group, they dig up plants on their own and frolic about, sometimes never returning to the onion. When I find none following me, I begin to worry. I must pay careful mind to their movements." "14 days since impact. Gradually, my repairs to the Dolphin continue. The ship is like a part of me. One could even say that it is tied to my very essence. Yes, it was a long, one might say epic journey, going from mere repairman to captain of my own ship. But now I'm rambling. Okay, we're halfway there. 15 days since impact. Looking from this planet into the skies above, I see the pale white moon floating overhead. It brings to mind memories of the moon from back home. I bet that even now my wife and children are sitting at home, gazing up at our pale red moon. Hang on, dear ones, your Olimar will return someday. 16 days since impact. When I am surrounded by legions of Pikmin, I always picture the face of my boss, the head of the pilot union. He was always so sharp-tongued with his orders, but I imagine he must have felt much the way that I do now. It's funny how a change in perspective can bring with a deeper understanding of others. "17 days since impact. I can't help but hear a slow hissing sound inside my head. It seems that the stress is causing the last of my hair to fall out. My wife always warned me not to let the little things bother me, to prepare for the bigger things instead. Very well, I shall heed her sage words. This shall be the last time I count my precious, precious strands. 1, 2... I think he has 3. I think I have the amiibo. Could be wrong. I don't even know where my amiibos are. Yeah, 3. Well, those might be little clumps of hair. 18 days since impact. Today's dinner is instant space noodles once again. Feels as if I have been eating it forever, and I never liked it much to begin with. Certainly, I did not want to drain my savings, but perhaps I should not have budgeted so tightly. How I long for my wife's home cooking. "19 days since impact. I cannot seem to sleep. At night, I am overcome with uneasiness. I am the only one to have ever stood on this planet. The Pikmin follow my orders, but frankly, I have no idea what they could be thinking. Ah, yes, it brings the faces of my children to mind. May I have courage." Sorry, get a little dark here. "20 days since impact. I've been preoccupied with my own problems, but I am certain that my worries pale beside my family's fear for my safety. I am always amazed at how much my children have changed when I return from a lengthy trip. Even with their father gone, the children grow. When I return, I shall load up my family and take them with me for a change." What's sad is that I don't even think he gets back and gets to see his family. Well, this one definitely not, but in the second game he gets set right back out. Poor Olimar. "21 days since impact. I had a horrific dream last night. I was home, my wife was cooking the Pick brand carrots I love so much, and I was eating them. Though I had eaten my fill, she kept bringing more fresh carrots until my mouth was full. I woke gasping for breath. I am certain it is because these Pikmin remind me of those carrots that I had such a dream." Guess he's not getting that desperate. Even though at this point, there's literally no way I could get enough parts. 22 days since impact. I am always intrigued as to whether or not such vast numbers of Pikmin can truly sleep inside such a small onion. What sort of vessel is it inside? Does it somehow transcend the laws of physics? Just once I would like to have the chance to see for myself. We're gonna make that wish come true here, Omar. In 23 days since impact, my daughter, who was always so sweet in her youth, has become so precious lately. I can only imagine how many headaches she has caused her mother, Precocious? Mother, in my absence. Haha. With her parentage, I am certain she will grow into a beautiful woman who can say what might sprout from such a seed of beauty. Wish I didn't have a reading level of a 5th grader. "24 days since impact. 24 days have passed since I began my search with the Pikmin. They are an ever-mysterious life form. They grow like plants do, but they're also mobile and active like animals are. Individually, they seem weak, but in truth, I am beginning to believe that they could be an extraordinarily mighty species. If properly organized, I certainly hope so." 6 more days. 5 more days. "25 days since impact. I have been stranded on this planet for some time, and I have grown used to my life here. At times, I even find it quite bearable. I know that as soon as I return, I'll once again be subjected to daily ridicule by my despicable boss. If only I could be a Pikmin. No, I must not think such thoughts. I have a family. I will not give up, ever." He knows his fate's coming. He's yearning to be the Pikmin. Yep. 26 days since impact. At this point, I no longer care what happens. Surely not even a last-minute push can guarantee my success. Now that I think about it, my wife always said that I gave up too easily. What does she know anyways? When did she become a licensed psychiatrist? Now I am upset. I guess I will just go to sleep early tonight. "27 days since impact. I suppose I have done well to get by without much motivation. I have made it this far without any hope. I must do all that I can with what time I have remaining. Vigilance, Olimar, vigilance. Oh, I keep doing this. Vigilance, Jeff. Vigilance. 28 days since impact. I am so very tired. "29 days since impact. Tomorrow is the day my life support system fails. If I do not recover all my parts, I have no choice but to try to blast off. Missing a few parts may not affect my attempts to return to Huckleate. But then again, it may. At any rate, I must try to recover the remaining parts tomorrow. We can try our hardest. Don't know how well it's gonna go." I have to work out the last day. Okay. There's so many of those sticks to build in the other stages, and I'm not sure what half of them even go to. So when you take a 5 of another color, you only get 3. Oh, jeez. Pretty sure in the second one you have to be more, or be wise with how you use your petals, or whatever they're called. Clock is indicating the. That's funny. That thing was actually a lot easier than the other thing. I think this is the first time I beat all the secret bosses. Now we wait. I know in the fourth game, I think you get to upgrade your equipment. The second game, I don't think you do. Oh, while we wait here. So there's 3 separate endings based on how many of the 30 parts you collect within the 30-day limit. The bad ending, not enough essential parts. A good/average ending, all 25 mandatory but missing optional ones. And best true ending, all 30 parts, where Captain Olimar returns home safely to his family. So yeah. You saw the good one? You saw the bad one. Probably won't do the okay one. I easily could from the 20-day mark one. When I originally played on the GameCube, I don't think I got... Actually, I don't know if I know my brother had it on the GameCube. But... I'll just mess up these headphones. Not mess them up, but... Yeah, like little magnet things on them. There you go, we're good. But the Wii one, I think the Wii one is the one that I beat. And I think I only got the good ending. And the worst is too, I was on the final stage. I just couldn't beat the excuse me. Couldn't beat the boss. I don't like when the Pikmin die, so it hurt every time they died. I had to have a little memorial service. But hey, we're almost there. How long does a day go? $13 to 17 minutes. That doesn't seem right. Everything's saying 13 minutes. Pikmin 2, 13 minutes too. Pikmin 4 is 15 minutes. Interesting. What are you doing down there, buddy? Home, are you good? Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. I've never seen that idle animation. It's like he's floating on water. I don't think I've ever heard the hurry up song for this stage. Sounds very Animal Crossing-ish. Here we go. Day when my life support system fails has come. I've collected only one of 30 ship parts. I have no choice but to attempt to launch the Dolphin into space. Incomplete as it is, the ship doesn't need every lost part in order to fly. For better or worse, I must go. Oh, I didn't lose any Pikmin. They're so good. Had this. I like how the credits didn't roll. Well, there was a good ending and the bad ending. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. And I want to thank my Patreon, No Peeking John.